In this video, we're going to take a look at changing layouts and doing a little bit of organization on some of the pages that we have existing on our teacher website. So the way that we're going to begin with this right now is to take a look at some of these pages that we already have. I have the 5 default pages for a secondary teacher configuration, but then you'll note I've created a new page, the honors description page. And if you need a tutorial on how to do that, please do take a look at the video about creating pages and adding apps. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this honors description page right now. And once I'm here, you'll notice that the layout is a little bit different than it has been in some of our other videos. This page type that we created is a department page type, and the default configuration for that, you'll note, are 2 columns. The left column is a lot longer, a lot wider than the right column is. And this page has 2 different apps in it. One is a content app over here called Welcome to Department Name. The other is a content app on this side called Contacts. And so this allows us to have 2 different pieces of content existing on one web page at the same time. So to add to the content, you would click these gray rectangles, go in, and change whatever information you would like. What I'd like to talk about right now is changing and modifying the layout that's available to us. In the last video, we talked about managing apps using this link. You can still do that to add additional apps or to remove some of the apps that are here. Today, we're going to click this link and we're going to talk about the layout a little bit. We are in design mode right now, and in the last video, we concentrated on adding an app. Now we're going to concentrate on this button right here, changing the layout. When I click this, you'll notice that we get several different layout options. Most of the pages have as default just a 1-column layout, one piece of information right at the top, or if you've got multiple apps there, you've got 1 app at the top, 1 app down below it. But you're not limited to that as your layout. This page right now uses what they call a right sidebar, a simple right sidebar, where we've got the main pane of the page over here on the left and then a small sidebar over here on the right. And you can add as many apps as you'd like to the left or the right. If you would instead like this to appear as a left sidebar symbol, all we would have to do is click that and click apply. And you'll notice neither one of the apps changed locations. We still have welcome to the department over here on the left, but now it is the small content area and the contacts become the large content area on the right. So when you change the layout, it does not modify any of the apps that you have in here or any of the content in those apps. It does, though, change the visual layout of the page and the way everything is configured and appears when you go to view it. There are some apps that look really good in a sidebar model when they're small on the side, and there are others that look really good only when they're in a larger pane than this. So as you start to add content and apps to your pages, feel free to experiment with the layout and continue to make modifications and tweaks until it appears aesthetically pleasing for students and parents that may be visiting your page. Additionally, in change layout, we have several other options. You can use a 3-column simple layout or a 2-column simple. And then there are some other rather advanced options. For instance, a 2-column right sidebar. In this, it gives you spaces for apps up here at the upper left, then 1 down the right side, 2 over here, 1 in the middle and 1 to the left, and then another long app down at the bottom. So if I were to click this right now and apply this, you'd notice we have an app up here in this top space, an app over here in this space, but no apps in either one of these locations. So the next thing I would want to do is perhaps add an app. Maybe I just want to have a little content disclaimer down at the bottom. So I'm going to look for an app that I can utilize for that, and I will add that in so that I've got a little bit of information down at the bottom on this particular area. So as you go through and you start to add apps, we'll add a content one for this, create a new content area. We'll call this disclaimer, create it. And now we've got this disclaimer app over here, but I don't want it to be at the top. I want it to be down here in this field at the bottom. You can put it there. Remember, you can have multiple apps in one area. So you can have more than one app in this little right sidebar over here on the side if you want to do it that way, or just one app in each one of these sections. You could even drag all 3 of these and put all of them in this particular section if you'd like. So each one of these little drags modifies the information that we have here. And then if you'd like, you can go back and modify the layout. For instance, maybe we've changed our mind and we still want to have all the same content and apps there, but now only 1 column, and then the organization looks like that. So this is how you can now organize and move around the different apps, the different field, the different content area on any particular website. Once you're done with this page and everything looks the way you want it to, go ahead and click the I'm done button. And then you can preview what the page looks like by clicking the View Website button once you have all of your content in there. To navigate back to the home page, you will click this Home button over here. Since we're talking about changing the layout and organizing some of our information, there are 2 additional tips that I would like to leave you with today. If you decide that one of these sections is not what you would like it to be, you can go to Actions, you can edit that page, but you can also delete the page completely, or you can move the page to a different location as well. So all of those options are available to you, as well as organizing pages over here. I'm going to click the Organizing Pages button right now, and when I do so, you'll notice that we have a list of all 6 of these pages, and I can click and drag. So if I want honors description to go right down here below course description, I can do so that way. I can also use this to nest one page inside another by clicking honors description, hovering over course description, and now the honors description page will be nested inside this course description area. So using the organize page feature allows you to nest your pages and organize them differently. I'm going to go ahead and click the Save button and show you what this might look like on our website now. Here I have the honors description page that we just modified, but you'll notice it's indented here because it is now a subset of course description. On my teacher website, once I navigate here, course description no longer has an arrow next to it since it's not a single page. It now has this little plus to expand it, and you'll notice I have a course description page which has our course description, as well as underneath it an honors description page. So this may be another way to help organize information. Instead of having a half dozen apps on one page, you may have one page here that is kind of a header for this section, and then multiple sub pages below it, each with 1 or 2 apps to try to keep things simple, well organized, and easy to navigate. I hope this video helps as you continue to organize and detail your new School Wires page.